Today is the 13th of November and autumn is well on its way. The oak trees are shedding their leaves and my maples, many of them have shed their leaves completely. Some have still got their leaves on. This is a seedling maple that has been growing here for the last 10 or 12 years. And this one has almost fallen off completely. And look at the leaves that are on the ground. All the oak trees, these mighty oaks, and the leaves have almost all shed. So sad time of the year. But look at this maple. It's bright green. You must be wondering what this maple is. And those of you who know my videos will remember that this is my famous Deishojo, which I got from Kyushu in southern Japan. I purchased this tree in Japan in 1990 and it's planted in front of my house. I will show you clips of it from the spring when in May, April and May, it is bright red. But the autumn color is completely insipid. No color at all. So this is the beauty of maples. Some have got spring color, some have got autumn color, but they are all nice. So let's take a walk around the nursery to show you the last of the autumn color before the leaves fall. I still can see a ginkgo in its full glory with golden leaves. I have some liquid amber as well. For those of you who don't know, I was burgled twice in the last 13 days. Apart from the first robbery, the thieves came and stole a large soil mixer worth £3,000. And I think they are the same gang. But I try not to lose too much sleep over it. So here we are. This is my Zelkova forest. And let me just show you among all the pines, we have a clutch of liquid amber. Liquid amber is a lovely tree. I believe in Louisiana they grow quite well too. Look at the stunning color. Many people confuse them with maples, but they're not maples. This is liquid amber. I've tried to make bonsai from those trees. They have beautiful trunk, but I think I've got to make a big tree for it to look convincing. So this is liquid amber for you. Now this tree is red, but this one next to it is hardly colored at all. Again, liquid amber growing in the same place. Let me walk under the Zelkova trees because this year the Zelkovas have had some color, but generally speaking, we've had a very wet and horrible autumn. September and October, we've had more rain in those 2 months than the whole year put together. So it hasn't been a good year for autumn color. Let me walk to other parts of the nursery and I'll show you some more trees. I have 5 or 6 ginkgo trees dotted around the nursery. This is the one that has kept the leaves the longest. All the others have almost completely shed. I love the ginkgos, not just the leaf shape, but the lovely color. There's still a hint of green, but normally they turn a bright yellow. How can you not love a tree like that? Such beautiful leaves. This was again planted about 30 years ago, and the trunk is about, I would say, 15 inches in diameter, and it is well branched. Normally ginkgo trees don't have good branching. They tend to grow tall and lanky. Some more maples. These are rough bark maples, Arakawa. Again, the Arakawa colors are not so good this year. This is a Japanese hornbeam, which I planted about 30 years ago. Look at that tree. It's about, I would say, 20 or 25 foot in height, and the trunk diameter is at least 12 to 15 inches at the base. And this is what a Japanese hornbeam looks like, grown naturally, almost like a broom style. And the color sometimes turns orange, but this year there's not a lot of color to it, just a faint touch of orange here and there. These are other maple trees, but they have shed their leaves already. And this is another ginkgo that I have, but this ginkgo, as you can see, is tall and lanky. It's about, I would say, 45 or 50 foot high, but it doesn't branch so well. And these are all the ginkgo leaves that have fallen. Now this in front of you is an Arakawa grown among our apple orchard. And look at the color on that one. Absolutely stunning. I'm very fond of the orchard. It's so romantic with the twisted, gnarled trees. It's almost like a fairyland. So this is my main maple grove or maple forest. And as you can see, many of the trees have shed their leaves. And this green one in front of me is a Deshojo. No sign of color at all. This is a mountain maple, which is yellow. And that other tree there without the leaves is also a mountain maple. So they've all shed their leaves. So let me walk into the grove and show you what it looks like from under the canopy of branches. It has that mystical, magical feeling. You're almost like walking in a wonderland. It's almost eerie, ghostly. Again, disappointing because hardly any color. So it is this year. All the leaves have fallen on the ground. It's getting dark. And this Arakawa always intrigues me because the branches are covered in moss. It's got that magical quality about it. So not all trees have to be bonsai. These ordinary maple trees are stunning just as they are. Everything is still and quiet. Although people feel sad when autumn comes and the leaves fall, there's something really sublime about it. The quietness is quite eerie. And here we are. Oh, we have ducks in the pond. They've just flown away. And this ginkgo tree, which is one of my rare variegated ones, almost all the leaves have fallen on this tree. I always wanted to make a bonsai out of it because it's got a trunk diameter about 12 inches at the base. And it's only like 15 foot high. I could chop it down to a meter. But I haven't got the heart to do it. I think I appreciate it more as an ordinary garden tree. So as I say, the autumn color has been a bit disappointing, but we can't have it all our own way. But look at that, looking at the seeds of this is the Acer Campbelli, Campbell's maple, just loaded with seed. So that's quite a pretty picture. Not a lot of color, but just enough to make me feel happy. Believe it or not, I'm taking this video from my bathroom. It's a lovely sunny day. I've just had a wash and the sun is shining from the southeast, and this is the view of our garden from another angle, an angle that you don't often see. And I still have so many maples which are just coming into their lovely autumn color. Let me open the window so that I can get a better view. There you go. That 100-foot pine we planted in January 1986. We planted 1,000 of them and we only have like 3 of them left. They got too big for bonsai. We had to fell most of them. Some of them were put in pots, but the rest became so big. So this is the result of 39 years of work. That tree was also planted about 30 years ago. That tree is also about 50 feet high. So always something to be thankful for. I'm now going to go into the front garden and show you my Deshojo, which is just about turning a bit yellow. So hang on a minute. This is the stray seedling that I often mention. Believe it or not, it was just a seedling that grew next to the water basin in my front garden. And this is the famous Deshojo, which is always brilliant red in the spring, but autumn color is absolutely insipid. It is a great source of my air layerings. Every year I do about 9 or 10 air layerings of the large branches. These were taken rather late in the year, so they haven't fully rooted. I'll leave it on till the spring of next year. And this again is the view of that large pine and the maple in the distance. So this is the view. What a lovely view. So all in the space of a couple of days we've had beautiful beaver moon and then a hard frost this morning and now the lovely sunshine. But the coming week is going to be very cold and wet, so we always love to enjoy every moment as it comes. It's only 4:15 in the afternoon on the 15th of November, and as I walk into the car park, what should I see but this spectacular moon. I don't know if the camera can record the view, but let's try and see if I can get a shot. It is just over the horizon through the trees and with the ginkgo in the foreground. Let's walk and see what we can get. It is absolutely spectacular. I'll try and enlarge it a bit. And there you are. That's the moon. Enjoy.